minus $3,385 loss. That's the trading result from our commodity and futures trading according to COT data and our fundamental weather analysis in week number 18. Welcome to Insider Week. In this video, I'm going to show to you the trades of this week and the corresponding results. Before we start with our trading strategies, we want to warmly invite you to our live webinar in May. You can ask all your questions to the trader Max Schulz, who has invented the COT strategy and who used the champion strategy in the World Trading Championship, where he is frequently awarded and honored. Philip Kozala is an experienced trader of Insider Week and accompanies our students of the coaching program. So you can benefit from our insight for the trading opportunities in May. The live webinar is on Tuesday, 10th of May at 4:30 in the afternoon in London time. Please register for the free webinar using the link below this video. Now let's have a look at the net results of this week. In the COT strategy, we haven't made any trades. We started into the week with 0 trades, and at the end of this week, we have 0 positions in our portfolio either. As you can see from the relative performance chart, not only the indices, but also many commodities went into the correction in the last week. Based on the commodity price index that we will discuss in this video as well in the end, at the moment we are focusing on making long trades. As you can see, many markets were correcting and thus there were simply not enough and not good enough opportunities this week. And in such a situation, it is wise for a professional trader to keep patient and stay away from the market if there's simply not enough room for opportunities. In our champion strategy, we are trading more frequently and in a shorter time frame. However, it's still end-of-day trading. Simply speaking, the holding period of the positions is decreased compared to the COT strategy. We started into the week with an empty portfolio, and at the end of this week, we have 2 open short positions in the portfolio, namely in silver and in the 10-year T-notes. However, a couple of trades in this week were long trades, and thus we made a net loss of minus $15,070. Let's discuss the trades. In heating oil, you can see that our last trade was very successful. We used the opportunity that appeared to re-enter the market, however the trend continuation didn't follow. We used a tight stop-loss management, and thus we were stopped out on Thursday with a small gain. In cotton, we also used an entry pattern to enter the trade. As you can see, the trend didn't continue to the upside as well, but turned around to the downside. We had our stop loss at break even, and thus we were stopped out with a net result of plus minus $0. The next trade in coffee was a loss trade. As you can see, we expected that the support level below the price would actually hold and that price would bounce back to the upside. As you can see, that didn't happen, and we were stopped out with a loss. Another loss trade was the trade in cocoa. We were triggered according to our plan, and you can see that the price quickly increased and then it decreased again. We can see that cocoa is still in a range, and because of that, in range markets, we put our stop loss where we tied and where we close to the price entry level. This is a wise decision. As you can see, the price can also turn to the downside very quickly. In this way, we limited our potential loss. The market is still in a range and there's no clear trend to the upside, so we keep away from this market. Except of these long trades that didn't work out, we were also short in 2 markets, namely in the 10-year T-notes and in silver. In both markets, we received sell signals and we are currently still in the open positions. Let's have a look at our third strategy based on our fundamental weather analysis. The open position from last week was closed as we announced. By closing this position, we made a total gain of $11,685. By that, we made a new all-time high, and our equity in our weather trading account amounts to almost $160,000. In our portfolio, we currently have 2 open positions, namely in 2 commodity stocks. Let's have a look at the trades. The first trade in cotton was a success. We used the correction to enter the market, and as expected, the price moved to the upside. We used the trading stop to protect our accounting profit, and we were stopped out on Thursday with a good gain. By looking at this map, we can see that the drought in the United States is still available. Because of that, we expect to see further increasing cotton prices, and we will observe this market and look for trading opportunities for our long trades. As announced in the last week, we used this week to exit our position in rice. And as you can see, this was a very successful trade. As we've seen a lot of corrections in the last week, we decided to exit the position to not lose our accounting profit, and thus we protected it and put the profits in our pocket. In our fundamental weather analysis, there's one event that cannot be missed, and that's this year's Atlantic hurricane season. Two trades are based on this analysis. Exclusively, we tell you what two markets we've chosen. The first market is RRC, which we entered and which is at the moment around $0 in net profits. And the second market is SWN, which pretty much looks the same. It's still in a range and still there's no accounting profit yet. Last but not least, let's have a look at the CRB index, the commodity price index as usual. As you can see, the market is still in a correction period, it's still in a range, and there's simply nothing new to tell you. However, we opened our focus because of that to not only focus on long trades but also on short trades now, because we want to be ready for both scenarios, for bullish scenarios and for bearish scenarios. That's it from our side this week. Please find the link below for the free webinar on Tuesday, where you will get insights about our trading opportunities of May. Another opportunity that you get is to subscribe our YouTube channel. By subscribing our YouTube channel, you can signal to us that you're interested to see more valuable insights about our commodity and futures trading based on COT data. Furthermore, give this video a like if you like the content. Thank you for your attention, and we wish you successful trades for the next trading week. And as always, be aware of the risk, because risk management is the key to success in trading.